Good morning, everyone. My name is Salahuddin Abdulmumin. I'm my colleague. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mukaram Tunde. We are here to present a project on sales profits and customer metrics. We're given this data that shows the date, is says the number of customers and the completion rate. We generated the months from the date given. We generated the days the region was given, and we actually got some other metrics to make our analysis easier. So then we proceeded to pivot table generation as well. Here we have the KPI. So that's good. So we have our KPI here. So we have sales completion rate in percentage. We have profit completion rate in percentage as well. We have customer completion rate and as well average sales per target. We have our slicers here. We have sales target per month and sales / target per month and sales / the profit per region, and as well as customer score satisfaction and the sales per country. So number of customers per month is here as well. So we have our slicers indicating the regions and the months of the data we are here to present. So
once again, good morning and welcome to this we are actually dealing with 5 countries in the Southern American region of the world, and they involve Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia. These activities, these sales and profits happen within the region, and from the data we were given, we observe that some countries perform very well. They have highest sales, likewise the highest profits, and likewise the way they satisfy their customers also, it impacted on the outcome of the sales. So from this our data, we observe that if the higher the performance of the region or of the country, that particular region, then the higher the profit and the sales and profit. So now it implies that if you are having a business and you know what you are doing with it, you can market it, you can have a very good high sales, then there's tendency you have a very good profit too. So I think that is the summary of what I can deduce from this data given to us.
So the slicers here, when you click on the east, this shows the sales targets per month from the eastern region and the other metrics. So, and clicking on the next, which is blocked, it shows the targets and the number of customers they have by the end of the month. And south and west as well. And if you want to get the monthly sales record, you can as well go to the monthly slider by clicking on the January. You have the record for the January. Clicking on the February, you have the record for the February. And we have from that till December. And as well, you can also check what Eastern countries as in the month of February. So you can as well get what the eastern states, eastern countries has for the month of January to December. You can as well get what the northern states has. The northern country, I mean, with the month. So we have that in the one dashboard. Okay. General
there's no
general survey
survey of the market value of
Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador,
countries. Five countries. Okay. In South America. So if you click on the months or the year rather, so
it's 1 year's month.
is there a way whereby I can get? Is there any? Do you have data for each individual country?
Yes.
Like your pivot table, they have country related to months. Well, you don't progress to that. From the pivot table, this will be
The highest says with 63,870. Brazil has the highest out of the 5 countries. It's 63,874 units. Followed by Argentina with 30,381.
after country.
Yes.
So, like comes now, Brazil has the highest, likewise highest profit. You see the 63,874.
Why the profit is 29,000?
33,900. So Argentina has the 30,381 sales. Second. Okay, which country has the most sales? Brazil, right?
Brazil, yeah.
Okay, after Brazil,
It's Argentina.
Argentina has this.
Then Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru.
Okay. Now, the east, north, south, and west depends on the eastern part of Peru, northern part of Peru, or how do you generate the east, north, and south, east, north, south, east of the 5 countries, east of the Southern America. In Southern America is the eastern part of South. That's what I'm saying. We have each of the country is located in different region. Okay, like we have it now. We have east, north, and south, and west, right?
Yes. Of the
Peru is one of the continents, right? Yes. Peru is located in the west. In Southern America. North. Brazil is in eastern part of South America. Argentina south, then Ecuador is in the north. Colombia is north.
We have 2 northern states.
2 northern countries. So that means we have the east. The data you have for the east will be the eastern part of which for the country that falls to the eastern part of the north, South America,
Which is Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes. So they asked the highest.
And why do we still need to have the region? Then do we need? That's why the region and the country seems to be playing the same role. That's why we selected region. That's why we didn't have the slicer on the. Because it's just more of the same thing. Yeah, more of the same thing.
Sometimes we can have analysis based on the states. For example, when we talk about individual states in this country, for example, but when it comes to geographical space, you can say you're having more states in the northern, part of this country now. For example, when it comes to south now, you know how many states you can have. So if you want to look at what is, in terms of revenue, for example, the southwest may be at a disadvantage, particularly when it comes to how much is being made. Because now we're not talking about in terms of landmass, for example. So when you look at the north central, you begin to see that some things begin to change. So it will be a bit difficult now to say, when you're talking about your analysis in terms of the state, it serves a different purpose. Maybe in your own analysis now, maybe one state is standing in a region, in maybe the east. But in some other, when it comes to north, maybe you have more states there. So when you come to defend, maybe you are the manager somewhere and they are saying the north are making more money. You say, yes, how many states do we have there in the north, for example? We have about 3 states in the northern region, for example. I am in the south, maybe in the south, we have just one company. I only, maybe in terms of performance, you can speak for your own state. So even though you are speaking for your state, I say that you are speaking for your own region. So if I have one company situated in my own region, for example, that means when it comes to states, I come out, I say, yes, I'm representing, let's say Peru, for example, and Peru is the only one here. So in terms of how much we generate also, we might be performing more than 3 other from other regions. So we must not come out and say, we are still saying the same thing. So the game would change, and we have to play along for stakeholders to understand that we really understand what we are talking about.
Yeah, thank you very much. And from this little or just 6-5 countries we are having here, we have 2 countries from the northern part of the north. At same, but with that also, Brazil still perform more than the combination of the 2.
Not even Brazil only. Other region that has one country, they all perform more than 2 countries from the.
So we can't just rely on the region. So it has to be individual context.
So, that you notice that the color of the
That's correct.
okay. So the yellow color you use for that what we call you see that the chest is not directly from those of that here. So the yellow color is not to be more white. I think that. And also for that second one, the sales growth per region. So you used to for that bar because the sales growth per region. So what you use, we saw through that. The first one, I think you're supposed to let us know that which one is for each so we don't know. Just see too far.
And then I think this is just an observation. Depending on the audience, when you are presenting, depending on the audience, you have to, here now, some of us are expertise, while some are not. And when you are presenting in that kind of a mixed context, you have to explain the technical terms. For example, if everybody knows data, everybody knows dashboard. But when it comes to pivot table, if I haven't even used Excel before, I'm not know the meaning. So you have to explain it just like in a simple sentence. Pivot table is this, and you start presenting. So everybody knows data and dashboard for pivot table. Until Excel, really. So
I can say pivot table, the kind of table to compress the data you're having, then at the same time filter it and select the most preferred one that can easily transfer your message. Then likewise you use it to prepare the graphics.
So that means after getting your data, analyzing your data, you go to the pivot table is next.
Pivot table is used to transform the data. That makes it more easy to use and more accessible. Like we have very big, large data now from here. So and we want to take a simple look that gives us all we need. So doing it here will be somehow, but going to pivot table, we can just from select one headings and the other.
Yeah.
So to make it more accessible, more useful.
Before you design the dashboard.
So from there, we base our the design on what we have done here.
So what you're saying is that the pivot table serves as an overview of your data,
Yes.
and that is where you begin to draw all of your insights to what you have on your dashboard. So I have more to ask on the dashboard. Can you go back to your dashboard, please? Yeah, I can see we have sales slash target per month, and not, I don't know, what were the KPIs for deciding the targets, for example, for, and do we have any months where the target was actually met?
Yes.
Because if
even
can
higher.
if this can make it to your dashboard, then it means it's important, and you've got to listen about it, talking to the stakeholders in terms of, okay, have we been able to meet up with all of the targets? Because what I can see is that the target has not been met over the months. What do you think is the response for all of this shortfalls?
Thank you very much. There are some months that even perform beyond the targets.
Okay.
What we have here, is all the months we met targets, even over the target. So we don't have any month that has below the target. No,
Some are
no. You see, the target here is the blue, while it says is the lighter blue that we have here. So all over the targets.
Like the dark blue, the navy blue is
The target rises.
They can go. Let's go back to.
Let's go back to
Can you zoom that aspect so that we can have a better view to what we think about?
So really, it's varies in different region and different country. So some are even higher than the target. Some states are higher than the target, and some are below. But on average, all the states perform from the KPI you are seeing up there. Sales completion rates, profit completion rate, you can see all of them are 80s, few are 70s, and so on.
But if you go back to your dashboard, I'm very present in the dashboard because I think the pivot is mainly for those of you who are persons, for example. So going back to the dashboard, can you explain the same thing? How does it translate? By looking at those diagrams, I think that's where we pick our own insights. So please look that aspect of sales and target per month. Sales slash target per month. So the blue, what does it represent? Maybe I can see something like a bar.
The sales are the deeper blue under.
Okay.
While the target is up. So
So like here now, in January, what was actually the target and what was the sales? From that, I can see how the model represent.
Okay. In January, target is 6,000, while it says it's 12,900.
But does it reflect on that diagram?
of course.
Wait to see it ourselves.
okay. This result is the target is
The target is not there. The 6,000 is there. Where the 12,000 now, that is for the sales. You can see from the Bible table that they actually met the target. In fact, more than what I think more times two of what was the target. But it's not translating to what I'm saying for that January. I'm being specific about January.
I think it is. We have the figures for the sales and the targets. So the target is 6,000. It's the best 1,000. For January. For February, we have this
For the target for February.
February target is 24,285.
And the 6 is
This is 11,256.
So March,
March, you have target of 9,714.
This
Right,
is
this is 11,700.
700.
April it dropped a bit. Okay. So that's it. Then
And May we have
it dropped
almost.
So only February and October they have significant sales.
No.
A lot of it. Any other question?
Those are the text is no longer, for the other text, it's not visual anymore. 6,000, the other one can.
The color, right?
Yes, I think you can do all of those later on, which are just little things you've got to fix to make it perfect. I think all you've done very good. You are very great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other question? Any question? Any question? Well done. Thank you.